Know how everybody doing?
Always.
Okay. All right, Johnny, start a short prayer for us if you don't mind.
I will do a short prayer.
All right, let's stand for Johnny to do the prayer, then we do the pledge.
Let's bow our head, please.
Okay.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to serve the city of Greenwood and its people. And pray for those that don't have electrical power right now, that are maybe cold and need some grace and some help, that you'll help provide that. Let's think about people around the world. I especially have a place for children, for all the little children that are hungry and crying, that are in need of care and love and provisions. I pray this weather clears up and we don't have any more ice storms. Amen.
Amen. The pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Can't do that. We got business to take care of. We do have two ordinance we need to add to the agenda. They should be in front of you. Chair, entertain a motion to amend the agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion been made and been second. All in favor, right hand. Pose the same sign. That motion is carried. Need a motion to adopt the working agenda for today.
So moved. Second.
Motion been made and been second. Any further? All in favor, right hand. Pose the same sign. Motion carried. All right, we're going to listen to the mayor's presentation first. Mayor.
Good afternoon, council, as well as the congregation. Hope everyone is doing fine, especially on the back end of the disaster that we had to endure. First, I want to recognize the workers, the city workers, for their tremendous job, as well as Greenwood Utility. All parties had came together collectively and had a plan and and attacked the plan with fearless effort. They worked around the clock, whether it's the city of Greenwood as well as Greenwood Utility and the county. So they did a phenomenal job of helping the community. So I want to give them the complete kudos. We were supposed to start employee of the month, but I had to get the employee of the month for the entire staff because they did a phenomenal job. Second, I want to bring to your attention, there's a House Bill 1372 for the sale or lease of the Greenwood Hospital. If on the back page, it gives you the rundown of the bill. Feel free to look at your leisurely. In this bill, it says that the new owner will take over all expenditures or debt that is come with it. But at the same time, this bill will provide them at the minimum of $10 million for operating use. So if I didn't have any knowledge of it, the board of supervisors said they didn't know anything about this bill, and I'm not sure if anyone on the council knew anything about this bill. It is on the floor as right now. I received a phone call from state legislature asking were we in support of it. I told them I didn't know. I didn't have any knowledge, and when I made my I did my research. County didn't either. So this is where we're at. If we are supporting it, we need to support it. If we're not, we need to get a letter down as soon as possible. Just say we're opposing this bill. My thing is, if they're willing to give at least $10 million to a new owner, at least give the $10 to us to make it sustainable.
That's it.
But that's my take.
My take too.
Feel free to I guess we can have a conversation about that when it's at your convenience. Next up is Keesler Bridge. Due to the various conditions in the environment, cold weather, ice, and things of that nature, the surface level of the Keesler Bridge concrete has been cracking. We tried to do temporary repairs until we had the opportunity to get the necessary approval from the historic preservation, as well as get Willis Engineering out to assess their damages and fix it. The temporary fix wasn't beneficial due to it being concrete, so we chose to shut it down because of a number of phone calls are saying that the possibility of damage to people call. So I didn't want to bring a new expense or problem that the city really don't want to have on their hand at the moment. Next is the removal of decaying trees in city property. It will need the approval of the tree board and the Park Advisory Commission. Those two boards have been inactive for quite some time, so I will bring names to you all to make sure they're to your approval. We cannot cut down a tree on city property without the approval of the tree board. And then we can't do anything to the parks without the approval of the park commission. So we got to make sure those two boards are up and running so we can get that done. Next up is I have Chief Simone as well as Chief McDowell to speak about the warming station and the traffic during over the past couple of weeks.
Good evening. Okay. Well, I start. What I did to pertain to the warming station, I brought my notes that I took because we didn't get much sleep. So what I did, I took notes the whole 3-day period, the 25th, and 26th, and 27th. And I started the notes with the Civic Center because it is direct correlation with the senior citizen building and the old fire station. So we have on record approximately 58 people stayed either night or day in that 3-day period, 25th and 27th. So some just came and got a warm meal and left, but we were able to satisfy 58 people. I'm going to thank the LaFleur County supervisors, the city council, Fred Randall, Cynthia Stansel. They provided the cots, blankets, and also the citizens of Greenwood. I had over 60 pillows donated just before the storm and 120 blankets. And I was wondering what I was going to do with all the pillows. Didn't know that I was going to need them. And the story about those pillows, we had disabled elderly people. Pillows are not convenient for them. They're necessity. And so at 11:30 on the 27th, I drove to got those pillows, and I never got so much love for bringing pillows back. So I want to thank everybody for donating those pillows. That's the community. They donated pillows and blankets, and we had it. And I would be remiss if Charles McCoy and the marketplace, we paid a lot of people because of the marketplace. So we want to make sure we thank you providing that for people. Fast forwarding to the senior citizen building. On average, on the senior citizen building, there's anywhere from 4 to 10 people. And I always say if it helps one person, it's worth it. And so on the average night, this weekend we had chili, a big pile of chili, but I got to mention her name, Sharon Wright, and 2 big pans of cornbread. And that got us through the weekend. We had 2 large pieces from Little Caesar on Sunday. Wow. And so my point is, it always said that the community always shows out when there's something like this takes place. And I just want to thank you, thank the county and the people involved. That goes all the way before Christmas. We've been begging for all last year, this year. We asked them for the Salvation Army, Angel Tree, overwhelmed by the support from the community to the Angel Tree. We had 3 truckloads of stuff delivered to the Salvation Army because of the citizens of Greenwood. Just want to thank them, make sure that's appreciated because we're going to ask for some more things to help some people.
On the police side of it, with the warming stations, we have provided security from the time it opens to the time it shuts down, 7 o'clock in the morning, or the days that we were talking about is being open 24 hours. We did accommodate with security, make sure everybody was secure, make sure everybody was safe at the time, and with the Civic Center as well, we have more than enough security out there to provide security for everyone. But, like I said, I can't just going off what Chief said, we just want to thank everybody for providing a warm shelter more than anything for the people in need, food, and it's just Greenwood showed a lot of love this past ice storm. We just want to appreciate it.
And that's important. I'm going to add this because the fires that we use, a lot of the times, the question of is homelessness, sometimes it's not homelessness, it's just no utilities. Right, just trying to keep warm. I can name several cases where it wasn't that. Most of the people that at the warming center have a home. Don't have anything to heat their home with.
Cold is cold.
That's it. Right. And you do anything when you get cold enough to say. So thanks again.
Okay. We do want to say kudos to Wes Prathers at Bailey's Community Kitchen. I don't know if I'm saying it properly. At the Community Kitchen, he was the one that oversaw the pillows and blanket campaign. So kudos to him. Okay.
Wes Prather.
Wes Prather, yes.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Next is
Great job.
next one is Mr. Eddie Payne and Mr. Darren Green about cleanup process and waste station condition.
All right, Johnny.
First and foremost, we would like to thank the employees of the city of Greenwood, the citizens, and everybody that came out to help with this trying time. Basically, the cleanup process is going to be a long process, so we can't sit there and expect things to be done quickly, because Rome wasn't built in a day, so it's going to take time. We have a pretty good plan in place where we actually are going to start where we started. We're trying to get the busy streets like Grand Boulevard. We clear that off, and then we have two another one trucks that's going to actually work the northeast side from Robert Lee back to Park, and another truck going to work from Park to Robert Lee, so we can try to clean one section up first. But the thing is, we having a problem as far as picking the limbs up. We pick the limbs up. We may pick up 2 piles, then we have to run to the landfill and dump. And it takes us an hour and a half sometimes to get back. We're trying to cut back on going to the landfill by taking material to the old landfill by wastewater, and we dumping out there as well, so we can try to get some type of controlled burn where we actually can leave them out there. But that's getting kind of hard with the weather, with the rain, and we getting stuck out of the trucks. But we are putting stuff out there as well. But I know currently since the 28th, this month, January up until this time, we actually have taken 102 pounds worth of material to the landfill. That's not including the material we took to the landfill out there by wastewater, which equates to 51 tons of material debris that we have. This tree limbs. We're trying to eliminate just putting tree limbs in the pile versus everything else, but that's kind of hard to get people to say, hey, just put debris right here and tree limbs there, because they're mixing it up. So it's going to be harder for us to try to get the tree limbs and burn them when they have couches and tables and sofas up under the debris. But in any case, we are working hard with that, getting the debris picked up. We just ask people to be patient, work with us as much as they can. And we look at some outside sources to try to help with the pickup, because it's going to be a long process. So we are working and looking at different ways where we can get some type of assistance to help with the pickup. But like I said, it's going to be another process we're looking at. And just, we have patience.
Okay.
I'm doing that Night to Shine thing for the handicapped children. And they had Jim Phillips said there's a crew of about 15 people from this church group coming in. They've got boom trucks, chainsaws. I mean, they hit this thing, and you might call them and find out to coordinate for that. But they're going to be here for like a week. And I mean, they go from can to can't. They got big boom trucks and all that stuff to go up and cut the a lot of hanging limbs that probably need to come down too. It could be a hazard to fall. I noticed some of those, but they're coming here probably the next few days.
So what you can do is you can give us that admission, and I can work with Mr. Dale.
Coordinating all that's the best thing. And They're kind of like mercy chefs. They just come in and they just do it. Doesn't cost anything. They just here to help.
Yeah, we definitely look into that. We
But
get
I
the
would call
information.
him down there. I just happened to hear him mention that they were coming.
Okay, yeah, we get the information, and we definitely look into that. If we can use that, all that we can get. Well, thank you for that.
Yes.
That is a concern across the board. We have a lot of overgrowth of trees, especially hanging over the streets as well as our sidewalks. Anything that transpires could possibly be the liability of the city. So that's something we definitely have to look into going forward.
Miss Cookster.
What about coordinating with the county? Aren't they looking at contracting with an outside
Yes,
company?
yes.
Or have y'all been talking back and forth?
Yes, we've been working with them as well and trying to get with outside vendors as well as trying to get an area where we actually can do a controlled burn with the city and the county working together as well with the tree limbs. We are working with them as well.
President.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Donald Green, last year, I thought we had an agreement made with Scott Kelly. He come to us and talked to the council last year about a burn thing. And when we put a pad out there,
Yes, we got it out there.
I think, and he still with us on contract now?
Yeah, well, we have it out there at the pad, but the thing is getting to the pad once the weather starts. The weather is raining. We was jumping out there for the last 3 days, but when it rains, it's so hard to get out there and with the trucks.
Okay.
But we still is working on that. Eddie Crane, he can kind of elaborate on that more.
But Green, but if he's still on board with us though, the Scott Kelly guy, I think he the one that came to us
Yeah,
last year.
yes,
Yeah, I
yeah.
talked to him last week. He's supposed to be coming in one day to meet with daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, what is that?
All right, thank you.
Well, at the wastewater treatment plant, we had a free problem, but thanks to Greenwood Utility, they worked real fast. And someone called them about the outage at the treatment plant. By the time we got the generator crunk up, they had the lights back on.
Oh,
So, and they told me at the meeting that if I need anything to call, we had a free lift station down. And anytime I called them, they called me back maybe in the next hour saying I'm back going. So I'd like to thank Greenwood Utility for that. But besides that, we worked through everything pretty good, and we got with Darwin Green worked the get trees out of the driveway and off the side in the middle of the road.
And also we did, I know it's other communities is not as fortunate sometimes, so we did go ahead and work over there trying to help them with wastewater and public works, try to, cut some limbs up for them and move debris from driveways for people like that. So we did go over this weekend and try to help us with them as well.
Is it safe to say the city of Greenwood, 99% of people, utilities or power is back on?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, I did talk to Ava, and she said they had over 5,000, this was 2 days ago, they had over 5,000 people without power, but when I talked to 2 days ago, they were under 200.
oh wow.
As of yesterday, it was 70.
Yeah.
And the 70 needed electrician to come up to fix the meter on the box.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's really not, yeah. Because if Greenwood Utility can do it, it's been done.
Yeah.
Now I do know some people, right? Like the mayor said, had some personal issues with the power pull, meters off the house or water or something they call it off the house, but they have to have an electric. Weatherhead. That's what it is.
We got a lot of issues.
Yeah, weatherhead.
People calling about the same issue. Greenwood Utility did their job, but they had to actually get electrician to come out to the weatherheads, got torn off the house and the meter bases, so they had to actually get an electrician to come out there and fix it. Then they had to get re-inspected by the inspection division before they could get reconnected. But like I say, it's under 100 now.
Okay. Well, good. Ms. Costa.
How are y'all determining how y'all are going to, pick it up? Are y'all going ward by ward, or how are y'all going,
Well,
streets or?
Well, mainly what we're trying to
Street.
do, the ones the streets that the heaviest hit area has been northeast of Northwest Greenwood.
Yeah.
And one truck is not going to be able to do one area. So that's why we have 4 trucks running to pick up trash. One of them has to pick up. I hate to say this. One of them's picking up commercial dumpsters again because the front loader's gone down. So it's actually 3 trucks picking up trash. And what we're doing, we trying to support every area which we can. So we start, like I said, northeast, because northeast, northwest, the hardest areas.
Yeah, we're down to just like one lane and at risk of just scratching cars up and
the thing we run into, I know people trying to get the trees removed, but it's come to a point now that the piles are so big that it takes one truck to take 2 trips.
right.
And that's the thing. And then the sad thing about it, once we pick up trash from one spot, we come around that block again, it's back out there again.
That's right.
So people are actually putting stuff out after we go through, put more stuff out.
Well, I mean, I know that people are they're working real hard to take care of their stuff, and I know y'all can only do so much, and I appreciate what y'all are doing right now. And also that tree board is going to be real important because how we trim the trees, I mean, and take care of our trees in the city is going to be real important to take care of that growth, to make it grow back pretty again.
Another thing we get is this is the time people taking advantage of a lot of things because we get calls about a tree fair that may be on their property.
They clean it up.
And they want us to cut it or clean it. Then when they do cut it, they actually put the debris out there with the material that's on street stuff. So it's piling up more and more. Outside contractors may be coming in, doing work and putting it out there. So we have to get it.
It was a disaster, so it's just going to take time.
Yeah, I mean, we got hit hard, but and I do appreciate Greenwood Utilities. Brian Finnegan worked overtime, tirelessly.
Yeah, they did.
And I appreciate it. And like I said, the city, y'all just have to deal with what it is.
Yeah, I think we're going to just have to tell our constituents, like Mr. Green say, to be patient. It's a lot out there. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, and this ain't gonna be cleaned up overnight. It's going to be months. And if we patient, because like you said, not only is going to be time consuming, it's going to be expensive. By the time you take all that stuff to the landfill, and all them tons, you said 50 tons, and that's just a fraction of it, I'm sure.
And the good, well, I'm not saying the good thing, but the price per tonnage is like almost like $1 and something. The tonnage rate is not that. So as of now, with the 102,000 pounds that we have taken to the landfill, it only costs us like $3,000.
And I'm sure we didn't budget for near this much money we're going to have to spend out there. I'm sure we didn't budget for it. Not at all. So, I see you, Johnny. Let me talk, okay? I see you, please. Hold on, Johnny. Well, anyway, that being said, Johnny made me lose my thought. He won't let me talk. Every time the president talk, they interrupt me for some reason. But anyway, and I try to let everybody talk first. Yeah. But being that expensive, and we did not budget for it, I was going back to FEMA. And I'm sure the mayor and you all have worked with FEMA to see if we can get anything back reimbursed.
On this president.
Right. Huh?
The next on the list.
Yeah, okay. Next on the list, okay.
Fred Running, we have,
Okay. All righty.
Anything else?
Mr. Jennings got a question.
Shannon, I don't know if this is really true, but I found out through channels that Brian, Greenwood Utilities, to get that Missouri power companies down here, all those people, he had to book them, betting on the storm that if it wouldn't come, he still had to pay them exactly what it cost for them to come down here. And he, with his wisdom, hired them, booked them, and by golly, we got them.
Well, see, and I know you had a doctor's appointment, but he did tell us this in our meeting. We all met, county.
Oh, okay.
He told us this, and you missed it because you had a doctor's appointment. But he told us this.
Wisdom in
You're
the
right.
power industry, yeah.
Right.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
And that's when we had that meeting. We had a good plan. I mean, some things gonna happen. You just got to be ready.
You got to be ready.
You just got to be ready.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Okay.
Everybody appreciate you.
Yeah, I was sick that day.
Yeah.
Next up is my right hand, Chief Administrative Officer, Miss Elizabeth Liddell. She's going to discuss the disaster reimbursement process with FEMA and me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I used to come before y'all to ask for money, so now I'm going to talk about how to get a little bit of it back.
Okay.
Mr. Russell to serve as my assistant and pass these out for you all. So in our MEMA and FEMA reimbursements, with this being a emergency declaration for the state of Mississippi, we are able to get back 75% in federal funding, which will be our FEMA money, and that will be a 25% local cost, which is what you spend upfront already anyways. So what's eligible for reimbursement is in terms of debris removal, tree and limb removal from public roads and property, ice removal operations, disposal costs, contractor equipment and labor. And then going back some, emergency protective measures. There are a few of those that are reimbursable, which would be emergency operations center activation costs, employee overtime for emergency response, emergency shelter operations, distribution of emergency supplies, generator rental and fuel, traffic control and road closures, and emergency communications. In all of my research on this, I feel like a little bit of an expert on FEMA and MEMA at this point. The government recommends having someone to be their sole job is to work on your damage assessments and reporting. So I've been in meetings with a lot of different agencies, and there are a lot of them out there that do this specifically and help communities like ours in moments like these, because you have to have time and attendance records. So that would be considered time sheets for regular and overtime hours, your employees' names, positions, and hourly rates, specific work performed and what locations they were performed in. You also record equipment. So what was used, did we own it, did we rent it, the hours of operations, the operator names, how much fuel did it consume, and the rental agreement and invoices. And then materials and supplies when it comes to fixing any of our infrastructure that was damaged in the ice storm, purchase orders and requisitions, invoices, receipts, delivery tickets, inventory withdrawal records, and then contractor documentation. So whoever we decide to, if there was any damage, for instance, to a roof or anything, we would need all of their documentation, signed contracts, scope of work, invoices, progress photos, proof of payment, and then all of the photographic evidence. Which leads me to what I've given you, some information from a company that I've been talking to, which they have two representatives here today. SDVO is a monitoring service that works specifically with damage assessments, reporting, and they would essentially serve as our liaison for MEMA and FEMA. If you turn to the third page, they have given us a list of the positions that they would be able to provide for us along with their hourly rates. But I'll let them get up for a second and give you a little more of an introduction. We have, am I seeking out, Mr. Carly Davis and Scott Holliday. And I'll give them a few minutes to give you some additional information.
Good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great. So she basically touched on it, and I'll kind of give you an example of the process because it's not every day that you get to deal with these things, but we do. So I can kind of break it down for you. You know, you mentioned picking up sticks and the costs associated with that. You're throwing away money. That's basically what you're doing right now. We all want to get out there. We want to do it real quick, and we want to get the stuff out of the way for the citizens. But we all know the government train moves a little slow, right? And so when we get out there and we jump out there and we start doing that, we're not getting reimbursed. It's not being documented. So what our company comes in and does is when someone's out, whether it's a contractor, and they come out and they pick up your debris, we have to stand there with a phone. We have to document the location by GPS coordinates. So we have actually a device and data and technology to do this. We take a picture of that pile. We take a picture of the contractor reaching with his equipment into the pile, putting it into the truck. We have to scan the truck. We have to scan the trailer. How many yards does that trailer hold? It is a in-depth process that you have to go through to get that 75% reimbursement. If you don't follow that process, there is no reimbursement. So FEMA has the money. They will give it once the declaration has been approved. You guys' declaration right now is for the utilities. Right now, that part has been approved. The debris aspect has not. So every bit that you're picking up in the meantime is money being thrown away that you can't be reimbursed for. And I hate to say that, to say stop what you're doing, but you kind of have to if you're going to get the reimbursement. So knowing how that works and being able to come in and work with you guys, we understand that you have to do an assessment. You have to see how much is out there, how much are leaners and hangers. All of those things are documented ahead of time to say, hey, there's a leaner here at the park. And we document the size. We have to document the size of a tree, if it's a leaning tree or just a hanging limb. So much documentation. And that's what we do. So that way you guys can be reimbursed. If you look at the positions that we have, our project managers, our data managers, those people come in and do your assessment up front. That's your documentation of how much we have. And then whenever you have a cleanup crew coming in, the monitoring aspect, debris monitoring comes in after that. So all of our prices are reasonably priced. We know that you guys, especially cities and the smaller communities, don't have an excessive amount and absorbent amount of funds. So we don't want to come in and just hammer you guys up front. This is not Katrina where they're going to throw away, $70 billion just to run in here and do something. It has to be meticulously maintained and monitored. And so that's what we do for you guys. We're a service-disabled veteran-owned company. We're right here in Mississippi. We come in, we try to hire local people. We try to emphasize the fact that if this person lost their job because of this storm, let's try to give them a job, as well as come in and do what we do. So we're here for you guys, and we just let
me ask you a question. Anybody in the area you all have worked for before have done this and got it approved?
So we've
through
been
FEMA?
picking up sticks portion of this for a long time. And we swapped over to the monitoring aspect of it because we learned the process of it through dealing in South Carolina and in other places. Mm-hmm. Mississippi's our home. Mississippi's where we want to work. And so we've done different avenues of the same thing in different places, but we want to work here at home.
Okay.
So.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask one question. On these hourly rates here, are this figured in here with that 75%?
It's a reimbursable cost, yes, sir.
That's already included with the 75%?
Yes, sir.
That we get back reimbursement?
Yes, sir.
On the hourly rate?
It's a billable, it is a reimbursable cost, yes, sir.
Okay.
That's fine.
We take it all the way through the closeout documents with FEMA.
Okay.
It's, they show up, they have money, they will spend the money.
Okay.
But they don't just walk around and hand it out. Used to, monitoring was kind of a second nature business, but because of the corruption, when it started back, really Katrina really would change the dynamics of the storm business. This is a small storm compared to, if a hurricane like Hurricane Michael just tore up through Florida. We were over South Carolina last year, and all the way that far north, and to make sure you guys get your money. And it's not that, and I know you can't say, we're wasting our time. We don't quit picking stuff up. And y'all ain't wasting your time, but to get the funding, y'all probably pick up the overtime hours and stuff like that, but to get that reimbursement funds, you have to have all the documentation to submit to FEMA. They're going to show up to help, but they're not showing up with a blank check.
And I know it's hard to answer the phone whenever somebody's saying my road is down to one lane. It's hard to tell them we're waiting on this or we're waiting on that. But I like to get you guys educated on how that process works so you can answer them accordingly and say, you know what, your taxpayer dollars shouldn't have to pay for this because we don't have a whole lot of them. This is how, and you can explain that to them, let them know what that process is.
A lot of times it's call your representatives, call your senators, call the governor, and start beating the bushes to get the debris declared. Trump sent the money, the governor's approved the money. The money's coming. It's just getting it, this city and this county declared. Okay. So it's like Oxford and Lafayette County, they've got plenty of money. So they just go to work. They actually already let a 30-day emergency contract, just go to work. We'll pay for it. We'll worry about the money down the road because they have a surplus of funds. So keep in mind, we live in a town smaller than Greenwood, born and raised, generationally.
So we understand.
Right, we get it. We know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you have any more questions about it?
A quick question.
Yes, sir.
So like in my home, all my trees, about 4 or 5 trees fell in my yard, actually 10, 15, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're saying that you all will come in and clean that up, get records of that, and make records of that, so get reimbursed for that.
Not for the individual homeowner.
Okay.
So what happens is that homeowner, personal property, if FEMA approved that, well, then that would be something different. But whatever's out on the road is what that contractor is going to come pick up.
Okay.
Usually the first go through is to get the stuff off of the right of way. It doesn't matter if it comes. You can't go clear 10 acres of land and bring out the right of way. If you got a 2-acre lot and you got a big oak tree in the back, it's the homeowner's responsibility to get the tree to the right of way.
To the road.
Gotcha.
And then sometimes, I doubt they do it on this, but some big storm, they let what they call a right of entry. After kind of like the first and second pass, like he said, you go make a pass, you come back 2 days later, it's like the pile's bigger. It's like, man, I just went down the street. And we understand the struggle. You got somebody on this side of town, that side of town. Everybody's calling, where you at? And I heard you say you got 3 trucks running, and everybody wants a truck on every street.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they will fund what is called a right of entry section of a contract for the debris hauler to go, and then the people have to come in individually, sit down, fill out paperwork that says, basically you're relinquishing. There's a whole harmless deal. If that guy runs in my septic tank, it's on me, type deal. And then they allow the contractor to go in the yard. But as of the start with everything that we document is only right away.
In that lull time, a lot of times they'll tell them, put your stuff out by the road. If you got limbs in the back, push them out by the road. That way when the guys come through, they can get them. It's on the road. It's documented. There's no questions asked. So that's the easiest way to get it done.
I answer that question exactly. So, Councilman, for individual, like you said, Lima, the Florida Emergency Management Agent, Fred Randall, he's coming out to assist it, to do the documentation to assist it. I can give you the number afterwards.
I already got. I did text him for private property, but the other part I didn't know about the street. So it's like, okay. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I got one question for Darwin, I guess, Darwin. Thank you, sir. And like you said, Darwin, it's so much out there. One individual, we have an ordinance for a limit that you can put out there. So, and if somebody Mr. Powell said 2-3 trees out there, it's going to be way over that ordinance. But because we on the state of emergency, do we still pick that up?
I have to look into it. Due to the state of emergency.
Right. Because, you're going to find some piles way over the ordinance or the limit. Yeah. You're going to come into that. If you come in my neighborhood, you're going to find that.
Yeah, I yours.
You saw it. Yeah. So you're going to find over the limit.
Yeah.
Like you said, one house going to take up a truck sometime. So that's something you have to let us know. If it's too much, how do we do it? Do they have to hire somebody or something? And number 2, I think the ordinance say if you hire a contractor to come cut your tree, he got to take it with him.
Correct.
That's an ordinance too.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah.
Yeah. So but most of the contractors putting it on the street.
That's that.
So yeah. Okay.
They'll be gone.
Yeah.
They'll be gone.
They be gone.
I'm telling you, it's like the fair coming through town. They hit and gone.
Yep. They hit it and gone. They cut it down and put it on the street. They gone.
It ain't just here.
It's everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mayor. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Just a point, because a lot of these people who are doing it, there's like teenagers, cutting these limbs and just helping neighbors, not like contractors. So
no, you got both.
Yeah.
Honestly, I know you got both. Right.
Both.
You got both.
Some people don't have the means to hold it away.
You see some of the guys got $100,000 shrink wrap.
Yeah, I guarantee you call the tree companies, they busy now.
It's on the street too.
Yep.
Cheaper put on the street.
Licensed and bonded.
Most towns, cities, they'll require the guys to come into City Hall and get a little city, just like a $25 city permit, so that you know who they are.
Who they are, right?
Insurance and all that stuff.
Okay.
So you know, yeah, I mean, it's hard to do the first day in, but, you know, got power back and everything. You know, the dust ain't settled. The dust is settled. Now we have to clean all the dust up.
Right.
And so, you know, you could just tell the police, you know, hey, you see any contractor work, put up after they got a permit and put them on notice. You got to go to City Hall and get a permit.
And having the windshield. So
that's right. And so,
their permit number.
Yeah.
And you know they are, because the next thing is the homeowner, you know, they hire somebody and they have that permit. You have all their information, tag number, driver's license, all that stuff. The homeowner, they just want that tree off their house. If that guy drops a tree and it goes through the garage, it's also, you know what I mean? Next, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna run the dump, be right back, and they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, knowing who they are is pretty beneficial.
Okay.
What do we need to do is to pull the trigger on that to get, it's just in the process now. We're doing what y'all are gonna do. Is just something we have to do as a council.
What we did was we gave you guys what you call an emergency contract, and you know, it was basically just a parameter. You can redo it, an outline of what the contract would be and the pricing. You guys can do one, send it to us, and you get us on retainer. And then whenever you choose to let us start, we would do it on like a work order status. You can say, hey, you know, we're gonna go do X, Y, Z, and go from there.
Okay. I'm sure Mrs. Liddell and the mayor will get to work on that. Okay.
That's something you can do out of your office without our approval. I was just gonna make sure we didn't have to come back and do something.
I think that's a question for the mayor.
Okay.
I think you have a copy of several options, right?
Yes.
So, and I think this was the lowest, correct?
Yes.
So if it's up to the board, to the council, if y'all are interested in entertaining this and see if it's in our best interest.
Technically, it's not going to cost you anything until we get a declaration.
Right.
Yeah. But for us to start, you know, getting that work relationship, let us cover the ground a little bit, you know, and come with a ballpark of an assessment, you know.
Have y'all spoken with any county officials?
No,
Yeah.
sir.
No. Okay.
Not here.
Not here.
No,
Okay.
not on the floor.
One more quick question.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this hasn't been declared yet. So if it does get declared, so you all get paid for the reimbursement. Is that correct?
We get paid, we bill, and then you get reimbursed.
Okay, then that's when you get paid, right?
No.
We get paid.
We got to pay them.
That's the question, man.
Right.
We'll invoice in a month.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
invoice like 30 days.
Yeah.
It'll be no different.
We get reimbursed, not them.
Street
They gonna bill the city. We got to pay them right away.
Well, within reason.
And then we get reimbursed.
Right.
5%. Yes.
You know, it's no different than what I saw the street lights look like new street light posts around town. That's a contractor. So it's no different than him invoicing, y'all approving invoice, FEMA approving invoice. We reconcile all the tickets with the hauler.
Well, that was a grant.
$100,000. But yes, man, that's how we do it. So.
The sooner the better we get that rolling. How long will it take y'all to do your assessment?
Less than a week.
Yeah.
Less than a week.
I think. I mean, how many miles of street are in
Do we have money to pay them up front?
Well, I think it's still some research to be done.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like what they're saying, honestly, but I don't want to make a move too soon.
I agree with you.
As far as that, I would like Ms. Liddell and the mayor to make a recommendation. They need to research it because we had said we're going to get with the county and see what they're doing as far as doing a partnership
Right.
to make it more feasible and reasonable for everybody if we do a partnership with the county, you know.
I agree with you.
So I think we should talk with the county and see what they're doing and, you know, then make some decisions.
I could speak to that too. Our contract is not exclusive.
It's not exclusive.
If you sign, say you did that today and we walked out here and it was done, and you got with the county and you guys decided to do that, it's not an exclusive contract. We don't lock your hands. We're not putting you in anything. We're here to help. So.
Are y'all equipped enough to do the city and county?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Only thing I would want to vote on today is probably give Mrs. Liddell and the mayor and the staff permission to do it once they do their research and if they decide to hire them.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you what you're saying. So once they do their research, we'll be able to see the research before we vote on it? I mean,
if y'all want to come back and vote on it, it's on you all. But I still want them to do their due diligence on this to make sure.
Right.
you know, and if they on board with it, and if the council on board with it, I mean, if we have to come back for a meeting, we have to come back. But this is an emergency, so I want them to do their research, and we just might have to call a special meeting.
Well, if I go to see the mayor, I'm looking at part of it okay. I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
My son Ivan Holiday, he was here yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one who met Miss Liddell. I just texted him. He had talked to Kevin with the county. He said he's a county attorney.
Kevin Pulley.
Okay.
Kevin, what's his last name?
Pulley. Pulley.
Okay.
Kevin Pulley.
Okay.
So to answer that question,
Yes. So yes, he has contacted the county.
Well, that would be my hold up to Miss Darwin to talk with them and Miss Liddell and the mayor and see what they're doing too, and see would it be beneficial to partner with them on this too, you know.
Where's landfill? Yeah. County landfill. County landfill.
Yes, sir, Mr. McCoy.
Let me ask you one question though. I know you said it's gonna hold up the progress, but I was picking up the limb now and moving the debris though. It's kind of like throwing money away. You just say if he start picking up the debris tomorrow, and we tell y'all guys come in and assess the value out, will that slow the process down on picking up debris? We have to stop picking up until we get it assessed out.
Well, it would need to be monitored before it was picked while you're picking it up. So the activity of cleaning up is what you're monitoring.
All right, so what you're saying now, so he don't need to pick up no more debris, you telling me, right? Y'all come in and monitor that.
If you're going to get reimbursed for that time, or you're going to get reimbursed for, you need to wait until it's monitored.
You know, I think you could probably get the payroll, the overtime reimbursed. The problem is, the reason this all came about is because, there's those street guys we talking about. You got some guy, a contractor hired to pick up sticks, clean the roads, and he's not being monitored. He's telling the next guy down the road, hey, I'll clean your yard up $2,000 cash. And so he's got equipment that's supposed to be working for you, doing work he shouldn't be doing. And another thing is, they come here with big old trucks. Let's say the truck's 80 cubic yards. Well, we also put someone at the landfill up in a scissor lift, or we've got towers and different apparatuses to get up, man lifts and stuff, to be able to sit over in a truck, so that they don't take the top of a big oak tree, set in a truck, it's going down the road. Y'all see Liam sticking up, think, man, he got that thing full, and he's really got 20 cubic yards in it. So FEMA cracked down years ago, like, hey, these guys are running like bandits. I mean, you can't. It's got to be monitored, because they will take advantage of it.
Let me ask you a question then. So you all guys are saying now then, in the process, you all got to come out and monitor. It takes about a week to monitor something?
No.
The process. How long it take? What time frame is it?
We monitor as they're doing it.
As they're doing it.
But we do the assessment of how much debris is there beforehand. That's the week portion you're talking about.
So you wouldn't have to stop working at all on picking the debris up. If we say, let's go in and go this thing, set a date on the mark sometime.
You just have to understand that if you're doing any activities without being monitored, that even like he was talking about contractors have committed fraud, so have government entities in cities and counties where they would bill extra overtime and try to get more money. So FEMA knows that we need to monitor what's going on.
Okay.
And so he can do it, but you may not get reimbursed. I'm not saying you will not. I'm saying there's no documentation and they can easily kick it back because of it.
Let me ask another question. How long before you all can come out and start the monitoring process then? If we go in and hire y'all guys come in and do this work?
We can start the monitoring process about
48 hours, 72 hours.
7 hours.
Just to get geared up. Because, the next thing is, depending on, which if we're just running the city crews, it's not a big deal. But, we don't have like these monitors, the site monitors, the field monitors, all that stuff. Every one of those people are local. We don't even know them yet.
Okay.
We got to get them and train them through the program, through the software. It's all, you can do every bit of it through an iPhone or an iPad. You guys have 24/7 access to it. When you kick back in your recliner at night, you can get online, get on that page and look and see, up to date what's going on. You can have administrative. You can't want to change stuff, but you can see it all of real time within a few hours. Data of where we're at. And so, getting in, gearing up, setting up, getting to go is going to take a minute.
I gave this to him.
But, then again, if we're going to let a contract, we can have you guys select a debris contractor that's licensed and bonded and insured and legit company to come in and perform the cleanup. So, it's a process that just takes us a minute, but it's not we ain't talking about, we ain't here in the spring. We can start, or say, what's today, Tuesday? We can easily say, we'll be ready to roll Monday morning.
And that we monitor everything we put on the truck, and then we can document all that stuff.
That's right.
So FEMA can come in and reimburse us back on that.
That's correct.
Well, what's your time frame for getting reimbursed back on that? To FEMA, I know they're slow operate.
Once they start reimbursing,
Right.
once every month, but it might be 60 to 90 days up front, to get all the process. Have you guys, MEMA or FEMA, been here to talk to you guys?
They did a assessment today.
MEMA or FEMA?
I think both MEMA and FEMA.
Yeah.
They did an assessment of the city and the county today.
Okay. Hey, can I ask a question there?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Darby.
Hey, you say y'all got a bond. Just say we got 5 trucks bonded running, and just say the county had 5 trucks. So y'all gonna have 10 people monitoring each load?
Every load that gets put on there has to be monitored.
It's insane. The regulations on it.
Not only that, we have to come in beforehand. Say you pull in a trailer, a dump trailer. We have to come in and measure. We have to take pictures of the measurement. We have to document how many yards is in that trailer. So that way, whenever we say it's an 80% load and they put it on the ticket, it calculates up how many yardage of debris you haul. So
That's on the contractor side.
Oh, yeah,
That wouldn't be on our side. It'd be the cubic yard it would be, but again, they come there with a 60-yard trailer. We got to measure it, document it, ID that trailer with a barcode. It's all digital. And then so when it goes to landfill, the guy in that tower looks over there and he says, man, there's 50% in that truck. So when he shoots the truck and puts 50% on it, then it pays, that contractor gets paid for 50% of 60 yards or 80 yards or 40 or whatever the number is.
That be kind of different because all our trucks are the same size or so, but it's going to be different amount of debris, each one of them. So
That's right.
Yeah, and that's what our site monitor does.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's on a contractor. If you're doing your own cleanup, it's a little different, but.
Okay. All right. Hey, Miss Carla.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How long does it take you to get the declaration?
I let Miss Carla speak because I thought she got the finance money for, if y'all don't mind.
I don't mind.
Yeah, if y'all don't mind.
The declaration, it all depends. That's on FEMA is rolling all that stuff up for different areas and calculating the different percentages and things. And it goes into how much debris is on the road versus how many houses were hurt. I mean, so there's a.
I just want to investigate it. We definitely need them. If we need them, I'm all good with it.
You can.
I don't want FEMA to say y'all wasted your money and y'all, we could have did it on our own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Look.
I'm sorry, it makes me nervous. I mean, there's a lot of debris. If we gotta wait.
But I don't want to make hasty decisions because of the situation we in. I know we in an emergency way, but sometimes if you don't be patient, you can't make bad decisions. So,
Be patient, President.
me too. I'd rather be patient.
This is all new to us, President.
It's all new.
To digest this here first.
Right.
Nothing wrong being covered.
Exactly.
I'm asking a question there. I think we're jumping too
I wish
fast
we
now.
started a week ago.
It's like, I ran into a guy the other day who was he had a stack of papers this thick from the VA to fill out for his college. And he threw one and said, man, that's just aggravating. I said, man, you better take that 5 hours and fill the forms out so you can get your college for free. But just doing it the right way pays off in the end.
Well, that's not my point. My point is citizens are going to get real impatient. I know we need to do our due
Again, you pin it back on. So look, our appetite, because everything that we do is costing us money. We're doing the best we can, but you need to call surely there's some local senators, representatives, some of those guys around here that can call the governor and put some heat on. The problem is, and I'm sure y'all realize, the focus is Oh, it's over there in Oxford. That's where the focus of the state is.
Exactly.
We talked to a guy from Jacksonville, Florida, on the way up here, just in conversation, and he's a data guy. He's a computer nerd. We'll use him some. He's just one of the behind the scenes guys. And we were talking to him and told him we were coming here, and he said, man, everything I have seen him, he hasn't been up here. He's from Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. He just knows it happened. Everything he sees on the news is Oxford. It's like everything he saw on the news after Katrina was New Orleans. Waveland, Mississippi. That's like a 17 foot of water above people's house levels. I mean, the whole roof is underwater. But New Orleans got all focus. And so that's the same thing that's happened here. So FEMA just now showing up yesterday. I mean, they kind of weak behind too,
They behind. They've been here last week.
But you got to become a squeaky wheel too to get their attention.
Yeah.
So, and we'll reach out to we don't know a lot of them. We know a few of FEMA and MEMA folks we can reach out to and say, hey, what's the hold up?
Mrs. Cookston, this is very important and everything, and I think it's worth calling a special meeting if we have to.
And look, we can be here 24/7. I mean, it's not, y'all give us a few hours notice, we'll be sitting here.
All right. We're going to probably end up calling a special meeting
Yes, sir.
on this. I think it's that important, so we hope to be getting with you all real soon.
Right. Are you going to reach out to the county?
The mayor and his staff will. Mrs. Liddell, will you reach out to the county?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Miss Liddell will. Okay.
President, the government have to do his part first, President, but we can do our part. The government had him.
And that's my purpose in waiting. That's my purpose to let the governor do. We got to research this to make sure. That's my purpose in waiting.
Yeah.
We can't move too fast.
No, we can't. Do his part still.
Yeah.
Focus on one part of the state.
I mean, I like everything I'm hearing, and I think we're going to need y'all, but still, like I said, we got some I's to dot and T's to cross on this.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
But y'all presentation been real good, and I hope we be doing business real soon. Okay.
If y'all have any questions about processes or anything, feel free to come.
Well, Miss Liddell got your number, and I'm sure she'll be calling you in the mail. So, and Darwin Green. So between them three, we'll be on it. Between them three. All right. And I ain't gonna forget Mr. Payne back there. He gonna need y'all too.
Sorry.
Mr. Payne back there, wastewater. I'm sure he gonna need y'all too.
Y'all need us? Y'all need us for anything?
No, we good. Thank y'all.
Y'all want to talk about it now? We'll get out of
Yeah, we're gonna talk about you now. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'm Scott.
And this concludes the mayor's report.
Mayor, get back on this hospital thing. I think all the kind of started behind that one now. How can they go ahead and put up and said about selling the hospital, at least hospital out?
Oh, man.
Well, they got to be serving them.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
But President,
All right, Mr. Court, floor is yours.
as I was saying, President, I'm piggybacking on what the mayor said about this bill here, this 1372, selling lease the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that because no one has been contacted us. And if you're going to give $10 million to someone after you sell the hospital, that don't make sense at all, man.
Don't make sense at all.
Makes sense at all. We sitting here now with a hospital, man, trying to make it work. And they're telling us if we sell the hospital, they're going to get it.
It's no if. They're taking control. Understand, they're taking control.
I know what they're trying to do.
They're taking control in Jackson. I mean, when they do bill, just like they did school consolidation, we ain't have nothing to do with it,
Well, I think in this case we do, President. And I think we have a governing body to have control over that by the city and the county together. I think we do.
I hope you're correct.
I think we do, President. They can't do it without getting our consent. We know about it.
They doing it without your consent?
Well, no, they're not.
Yes, they are. This bill has came out of committee.
All of them said stop.
Understand.
Okay.
It has came out of committee.
Okay.
It is on the floor. I'm just saying they gonna vote it down or vote it up without your consent.
I don't know how you got that far, first of all.
That's what I'm saying.
Again.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I totally agree with you.
Left in the dark.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. But you got to realize this bill is on the floor without our consent. So it might be voted up, might be voted down without our consent.
I don't believe, President, that we can say we have no say. So, I mean, I'm not gonna never gonna say that.
Yeah.
We always got something that goes on without this, without okay.
And I hope you're right.
I think what it is, that if we decide to sell the hospital, then if this bill is approved, then it'll fall on this bill. If we try to sell the hospital, we don't sell it, we have to worry about it.
What still come out, President?
Well,
All of it is speculation.
That's all
We
it is.
don't know. We honestly don't know right now. It's all speculation.
I hope you don't get messed up.
Mess up. Okay.
I hope we don't get paid.
the conversation I had with the legislators, they stated if we against it, we need to send a letter stating that we're against it as soon as possible.
So we got control over them. If we want to send a letter to them, President. As far as
Now, understand the letter is for to get some people to vote against it. We sent a letter saying we was against school consolidation. They still passed it. You see what I'm saying? So it's telling us what how we want it, but it's still not telling each senator or representative they still can vote the way they want to vote. You see what I'm saying? So you know, so you're stating your opinion, but your opinion is not going to go the way you want to necessarily. You see what I'm saying? Our opinion may be we don't want this bill to pass, but that's not going to guarantee that this bill won't pass. You see what I'm saying?
President, I beg a different President, but one thing I will say, President, I don't see how in the world they can give the new owners $10 million up front, and we are struggling already with our hospital. But again, the mayor, we'll send a letter in, Mayor, that's what the council on there.
It's authorizing us to sell it. I mean, it's not.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I
not
agree.
saying
That
that-
sounds like there should have been more communication.
Yeah, most definitely should have
That's
been.
communication down
But the communication factor aside, it sounds like what they're doing is
Giving us.
I see renegotiation of the debt owed to Medicaid is in there too, but also they're sweetening the pot if the city and the county decide to sell it.
They're not
You
going to
still
sell it
have
out
the
from under
power.
us.
You don't have to move forward with that. I mean, before you send a letter opposed to it, I think it's the communication that's the issue.
It is communication.
Let me ask this. Is there a big difference in making a decision